Alright, what up, YouTube? Been fucking with this camera trying to figure out how to get the sun to stop washing my face out. So, I am in beautiful sunny California, in the desert. I'm in a place called Victorville. I have a trailer full of Snapples. Came from the Dr. Pepper Snapple factory. And it is 48 degrees outside. It feels amazing. I see people running around with hoodies and shit, and I'm just like, I bought a hoodie in Weed, California because I just like Weed, California. Don't worry, y'all can pull my hair follicle all you want. I stopped smoking years ago. But a girl can dream, can't she? But there's people out here with like Eskimo jackets and stuff. Like, I'm from the Bayou originally. I'm a Bayou girl. Moved to Houston, and it is just fucking hot. So whenever I get to feel weather like this, bring it on. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt as usual. And I just got back from doing my laundry. I am 21 hours into my 34-hour reset. And it's snowing up north where I'm going. So I am headed to Oregon. And I want to apologize for not following up with my, hey, here's what I do on a day-to-day basis from start to finish for a trip. It's just really hard to take that kind of time out because I'm just so much in the rhythm and the way that my loads were stacked. I let my driving team know I do not ever want to run recap another day in my life. Like, come day 6, 7, on the 9th day, I was irritated. I was just like over like dumb shit that happens on this job. And it's not like that people are fucking up. It's just shit happens. And things don't go the way you expect them to go. By the 9th day of me not like taking this 34-hour like break, I was like irritated, pissed off, and I don't have like women monthly cycles or anything like that because, like as I said, I'm a cancer survivor. I've already gone through menopause. I don't have like hormones or anything like that. I'm a pretty chill fucking person. The person you see here is the person you get. And it takes a lot to really like get under my skin. But when you just like nonstop every day, you got to get up and go, get up and go, get up and go. Like, I was over it. Let me drive my 11 hours a day and take my 34-hour reset. I prefer this. So my loads are stacked, back to back to back to back to back. So taking time out is just, it's really fucking hard. I'm still going to try and find a load that's really good to work with y'all on. But I just wanted to check in. I've been watching some other people on YouTube that people suggested that I've come across. Fellow Swifties, former Swifties, those are the funniest ones. I mean, even though they've moved on to other companies, as a rookie myself, watching somebody who used to work for Swift talk shit about Swift, which is fine. You don't have to like Swift. It's a free country still. But then like do like dumb rookie first week shit with the new people and just be job hopping. Like this person, a couple of people actually that I've seen, just every video is I'm with this person, I done told these people I quit, I'm coming over here, I'm going over there. And you're documenting the fact that you are unreliable, unprofessional, young AF. Like, you just look dumb. Like, don't try to tell me to go look at these people because that's just nonsense. It's nonsense. I don't got time for it. Like, I hope that some of these kids find their way, especially this one kid. Like, and I say kid because he's a kid. It's just not okay to tell everybody everything, especially when you can't sit still at one company for longer than a week. That's not cool. And to me, that doesn't really give you trucking. If I could do quotations, I would, but I'm holding my phone. Insert hand motions of quotations. Like, trucking in general, like, that doesn't make you any more knowledgeable. If anything, you're like constantly starting over. So how can you progress if you're just constantly saying, well, fuck this and fuck that, and making videos of other Swifties like backing up and laughing and joking and shit when she actually did it pretty fucking good, and then you go and talk shit about her and then try to do a cover-up video? Like, honestly, the stuff on YouTube, it's mesmerizing, to say the least. So, now that my little public rant is over, what is some crazy shit I ran into this week? So, as a truck driver, you just come to expect that shit is just gonna be fucked up. And when you get those loads that are just spot on and they're just exactly like they're supposed to be, and you just keep it moving, that was a good day. Every day is a good day that we are alive and we get to breathe and make money. But let's face it, we got some shitty days. I pulled up to a trailer. So when I run loads like this, so I got a lot of questions about, having stacked loads. How does it work? So my loads are given to me usually a week or 2 weeks out in advance. And whenever I do my empty call from my first drop, say I didn't have any loads, and I pick up from the shipper, do my loaded call, go deliver at the receiver, do my empty call. As soon as I do my empty call, the computer understands that, receives that message, and then it automatically dispatches my next load. This is why I never have to talk to my driver leaders or anything like that, because the computer does it automatically. Go a week in, as long as I still have my next load, as soon as I send my empty macro, then what is this bitch doing? Sorry, I'm not at a traditional truck stop. I'm at a mom and pop place, and interesting stuff goes down out here. And I got all my windows and shit open. Luckily, I'm sitting in the front, paying attention, peeping the scene. Even though it's early in the morning here, you never know. Always got to be aware of your surroundings. But anyways, so that's how that works. Your loads, as soon as you send your empty call, and you got to put your PTA. So even though I have loads right now until the end of next week, I don't put October the 5th as my PTA. I put whenever, like 2 or 3 minutes after the delivery of my current load. Otherwise, the computer doesn't recognize that I'm available for any kind of dispatch until October the 5th. So, even though I'm technically not available to pick up any new loads until October the 5th, I'm looking away because I'm trying to make sure that this makes sense to y'all. Even though I'm technically booked until October the 5th at 10 a.m., I have to put that I'm available whenever I drop this load. So this load drops Wednesday. I'm going all the way up to Oregon, and I'm way the fuck damn near fucking Mexico. This load drops Wednesday morning at 6 o'clock. So whenever I drop this load in Oregon and send my empty call, my PTA will be October 2nd. That's Wednesday's date. I drop this load at 6 o'clock in the morning. So whenever my trailer is empty, or I picked up my other trailer, I send my empty call, my PTA will be whatever time that is right then and there. Even though I already know where I'm going after they empty this trailer at 6 o'clock in the morning, I already know that I'm headed to Washington. The computer won't dispatch me unless I put that I'm available right then and there to actually receive the dispatch. I hope that made sense. If somebody out there can explain it better, that knows what I'm talking about, have at it in the comments. I don't care. So I hope that kind of sort of maybe answers that question. I have a lot of people that have asked, how do you go like weeks and days and stuff without talking to your driver leaders? As long as you're doing what you got to be doing and nothing crazy is happening out here to you, you don't have to call them. But so crazy shit happened. I parked overnight in a place called Claude, Texas. It's like population 2,000. It was, what was the name of the place that I was parked at? Safeco or something like that. It was some little bitty place. It had a little bitty parking for like maybe 6 or 7 trucks. And, you know, I could have kept going a little bit further, but I'm familiar with that area because I used to drive it with my second mentor all the time, going from Amarillo to Colorado. So I knew, you know, with only 47 minutes left on my clock, the chances of me finding another parking late at night was going to be slim. So I just parked there. No big deal. The store closes, like the whole town shuts down at 10 o'clock. So I knew I was going to be without facilities and all that stuff, which is fine. I have stuff on my truck. I'm good to go. I wake up the next morning. It's 4 o'clock. I'm outside pre-tripping. My entire left side of my trailer is full of graffiti, like gang graffiti. And I'm like, what the, who tags? First of all, you had to stand in between 2 trailers. I was parked next to a Stevens transport. So these people, I mean, I can't imagine it was one dude like doing this all night long, because it was big. I was like, at least he could have put like a mural or something cool. No, I look like an asshole going from there all the way up into Utah when I stopped the next day, with just, and he put number 1, and you know what, for those 11 hours he was number 1, because he got one over on me and Swift. And I called my driver leader and I was like, so I know I got to go to Campbell's Soup. It was a live load. I said, are they gonna care that, you know, I'm showing up with this gangster graffiti all over the trailer? And they were like, well, that's a new one. And I was like, yeah. I don't know if they saw that, you know, I was a girl, or they just really didn't like Swift, or they were bored, because when I saw that, I went ahead and checked out the other trailers that were there, and nobody else got fucked with, just me. And so I was like, it's cool, whatever. I'm gonna ride with this shit and just be cool with it. It's fine. Shit happens. So I get to Campbell's, no big deal. They don't say anything. They looked at me really funny, and I said, what can you do? Insert white girl shrugging arm emoji. Like, what do you want me to do? I didn't fucking do it. I don't got time to be graffitiing my own fucking trailer. So anyways, we get to the next place, and I finally get to drop. It's not a live load or unload. I get to drop and pick up. I got a new trailer. I dropped that graffiti trailer off. I had to report it to Swift, and, you know, they do whatever the fuck they're gonna do with it. But moving on to the next trailer. So when I have stack loads, I'm usually dropping really early in the morning, and then I drive 500 miles with the time that I have left. So I'm on to my second pickup location that was a live load, and they loaded really fast, like 17 minutes. It was like a fucking record out here. So before I get to the load, I'm still at Campbell's, go get my trailer. I'm done. I go to the where the fuck was I? Costco, I think. And it was a drop. They were too busy and the line was too long, and it was going to be a drop. They changed me from live load to drop, so I was like, cool, no problem. They don't like to give up empty trailer, so I had to wait around for about an hour to find a trailer. Get to the trailer. I've already wasted time cutting into my time and my miles for the day. I'm pissed off. I'm like, whatever, let's go. I go to hook up, and my glad hands have no seals. There's no grommets, like not even a remnant of a piece of rubber for me to attach these hoses to the trailer. Luckily, I had come from the Denver terminal. Somebody had stripped a mud flap, like clean off my trailer. It could have come off on its own. We're really not sure. It looks like it could have gone either way. TA did a shit job of fixing it, so I had to go to Denver. It was the closest terminal to where I was. They've put a new one on there, fixed it, no problem. And while I was there, picked up some supplies. So, sidebar, for all of you Swift drivers, and probably other company drivers, I don't know because I've only drove for Swift. when you are at a terminal or near a terminal, go into the shop and ask for a lot of these things. Ratchet straps, bungee ties. I don't know what you call these. Hold on one second. Those things right there, those strappy things, they have those in all different sizes. You're gonna need those for tire chains for snow season, which is already upon us, actually. Grommets, those rubber seals that go on your glad hands. There's a lot of stuff in there. You know, your fifth wheel lube or grease, whatever the fuck you call it. You can actually pull through there and they'll put some grease on your fifth wheel for you. But there's a lot of shit that's there. Vests, your reflective vests, shit, all kinds of stuff. You get that shit for free. So I learned that after the fact. I usually just buy whatever I need to buy. Like, I had to buy my load locks and my ratchet straps, which y'all already know. If y'all watch these videos, I've had to show up. I'm on my way, and then they send a message, oh, by the way, if you don't have load locks and ratchet straps, we're not gonna fucking do your shit. So, fuck. Hurried up and went and got that shit. And Swift pays me back for all that. Swift pays for your truck washes, your showers, your parking. You know, you send your receipts with your trip sheets, your BOLs, and they pay you back for that stuff. But you can actually get it, and I didn't know that. And I said, man, I came across this trailer the other day, and I had to buy. If this motherfucker tries to talk to me, it's going down. Hold up, y'all. Sorry, had to roll up my windows. There's a dude just kind of walking around, and he's already made his way from in front of me from the highway. He walked. It looks like he went in the store, but he came out with nothing. This is one of those mom and pop places. They don't play around. You don't purchase, you got to get the fuck off the property. But he came walking straight to my truck and was like right on the side. And as soon as I rolled my windows up, he kind of disappeared. Got to be on point. You got to be watching that shit. So anyways, I said, yeah, I had to go buy some fucking glad hand seals because I got to a trailer, didn't have none. And they were like, you know, you could get that shit here in the service area. I was like, what? So you walk in there, there's a whole wall full of shit. Kind of looks like a truck stop, except there's no prices. And it's for Swift drivers, so that you don't got to be buying that stuff and you're always prepared. So I got some headlights and stuff like that now. So make note of the things that you need and ask the people at the terminals, and 9 times out of 10 they're gonna have that shit. So you don't have to pay out of pocket like I have done and get reimbursed. You can just go ahead and get it. And luckily I now have a lot of those stuff, and the ones that you get from the store, they're not lubricated. They come in a package and it's just rubber seals. When I got a handful of them from the terminal. They're like lubricated and nice, and they just slide right on in. But had I not, you know, listened to other people on YouTube and taken note of what I needed, Glad Hand Seals was on the list of stuff that I watched early on from one of 50's videos. And had I not had them, like, I would have been so fucked, and I wouldn't have gotten very far with that load. I would have had to leave, you know, go find a truck stop. I was in an area. Here in California, there's not really a lot of areas where there's just truck stops, you know, every couple of 100 miles or so. You really got to know where they are and look for them. Use your app. And some people, they won't let you just like go and come back. Like, you'll lose your load and it'll go to somebody else. So it's always better to be prepared. So just a lot of little shit. Twice this past week, in this past 7 days, I have been on a hunt for a trailer. Once in Phoenix. That was fun. The Phoenix terminal, there is a road. If you're coming out of the terminal and you turn to the left on 75th Street, that very next street, I think it's called, I forget the fucking name of it, but it's Lower something or another. Buckeye. That whole fucking street is under construction. I was driving around those two corners for literally 2 hours. And finally, on the fourth try, right around the corner on Buckeye at Medline, they found one trailer. Now, the shitty part about picking up that trailer was there's 4 lanes of traffic, 2 going north, 2 going south. Well, the construction that they're doing, they're using the center lanes as the traffic flow, and the outer lanes are under construction. I was going this way, Medline was over here. So getting in there, bobtail was no problem. Coming out with a trailer, when you can only drive in those 2 center lanes, I'm way the fuck over here. This one is blocked off. They didn't even want me to come out. I had to get escorted out. The officer that was there manning the construction actually had to stop traffic on both sides because there's no stop signs and no stoplights. That's a really fucked up thing they got going on right there. And I needed to go right. So they have their makeshift stop sign right here. Tons of fucking cones right here. There's like this much space for me to turn to get onto Buckeye going back towards 75. So the officer actually had to come and stop traffic from both ends, and I was able to go ahead and get out. Like, that was stressful. Like, my back was sweating. Pretty sure my ass and legs were sweaty. Like, talk about pressure. People there already hate Swift because the terminal's there and there's nothing but Swift drivers. The student academy is there. So when they see Swift, they just give you the fucking evil eye and flip you off and shit for no reason. So when they had to stop traffic at what was then 7 o'clock in the morning. Yep, people trying to go to work. This is already a fucked up street. It keeps you backed up for fucking ever. People were not happy with me at all. One guy followed me until he just realized that I was just steadily coming towards California. I had already fueled and all of that shit. I just needed a fucking trailer. I don't know what would have happened had I stopped, but he followed me for a long fucking time, just staring me down. And I'm just like, your life must really not have anything else going on in it that, you know, I'm your top priority. Second trailer hunt was actually to come pick up this Dr. Pepper load. So on Friday morning, I did my first drop and then I went to pick up, and then I had to, it was a high priority load, high value load as well, coming from San Diego to, where the fuck was it going? Hold up. I want to make sure I tell you. Oh, crap. Oh, going to Apple Valley. So, and I was in Jurupa Valley. So I had to go from Jurupa Valley all the way to San Diego and then go all the way to Apple Valley. It was kind of an out of the way kind of thing, but it needed to be done. So the reason, there is a reason there's a shortage of empty trailers, and I'll get to that in a minute. I found out because this bitch was pissed and I asked a lot of fucking questions, and I sent probably the nastiest Qualcomm I've ever sent. And I really wasn't rude. I was being honest, but I'll get to that in just a minute. I left San Diego at 11:30 in the morning. It's only 168 miles from San Diego to Apple Valley. Shouldn't take that long. I had 8 hours on my clock. No big deal. I had to take a break before I picked up in San Diego because it was one of those loads where you got to go 200 miles and you can't stop. So I went ahead, took my break and all that fun stuff. I knew that there was some construction and traffic and there was a lot of traffic because I've been in California now for weeks. I keep coming in and out of California. I picked up the load at 11:30. By the time I scaled and did all that fun shit, we hit the high, or I keep saying we, me and Betty here. I hit the highway at 12, a little after 12. It was damn near 8 o'clock at night, and I still was 60 something miles away. My truck never stopped, but I went 3 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour for like hours. hours of my life. 215 and Interstate 15 were just, it was Friday in California. And everybody was trying to get north because of these closures on the highway. So even that early in the day, long story short, I had to call my driver leader and let him know, hey, I can't make this load. Like, and my driver leader is like checking out my stats and stuff. He's like, are you really driving 5 miles an hour? I said, have been for hours. So my truck never stopped, but it was just Friday in California. It's just one of those things that I had no fucking control over. So I had to T-call the load. T-calling on a Friday is never cool because finding trailers right now is a bitch. So I started asking them that night, hey, is there any empty trailers here? Like, where am I going to go to find this empty trailer? Because this load was set up, the one that I'm on right now, Snapple, I was scheduled to run out of hours. I only had 5 hours yesterday on my 70-hour clock. I was just supposed to drive 47 miles, come pick up the Snapple load, reset, so that I'd have this load to go ahead and take into the next week. And this load is scheduled to drop at 6 in the morning on Wednesday, and I have another load. So I started this week off at 5 a.m. Wednesday morning. I dropped a load. It was 1,100 and I think 27 miles. So by 5 o'clock Thursday morning, which is the start of our week, our pay period, I had 1,000 miles. Bam, right off the bat in the first 5 hours. Same thing's going to happen here. I'm going to drop this load on Wednesday. That's another 1,000, not to mention the other 1,200 that I've gotten in there. And then the load that I have Wednesday after I drop this one is 540 miles. So, bam, I got my 3,600 miles for the week. But sometimes it's hard the way it's planned. I don't have time to make videos or answer questions, and I'm really sorry about that. But they started looking for me a trailer that night. There was nothing for 100 miles. So that next morning, I get up. I had to pick up the Snapple at 10 o'clock in the morning. So at 4 o'clock when I woke up, I started saying, hey, I need a trailer solution. They sent me to 5 different places, and there was a whole bunch of us here in California that were out. Just the guards were starting to just think it was comical that none of us knew that we were all looking for these fucking trailers. I said, we don't have communication with each other as drivers. We're being sent here. So after the 5th one, I got fed up with it. I pulled over on the side of the road. I put the directions to get me back to Jurupa Valley, only to wind up picking up a fucking empty trailer that was right there. So while I was happy to do that, what winded up happening was they extended the window to noon. I made it, but I wasted 3 of my 5 hours driving all around different parts of California looking for fucking trailers that didn't exist. When I got here to Snapple, luckily they loaded me up. I ran out of time and had to do like my empty call and everything off. I didn't have any hours. I ran out of hours while they were loading. And then I personal conveyed to this place that's like 2 miles up the road from Dr. Pepper. So, if you have a trailer, the way it works is, when you go to a terminal, if your trailer is empty, you're supposed to fucking drop it. So that we don't have these issues. But as drivers, because we know what happens when we have to go look for empty trailers, we don't like to unask these trailers. And at Jurupa Valley, because it's a nice location, you can drop your trailer and head down Pacific Coast Highway and go to the beach and go shopping and stuff. People in Jurupa Valley don't like to fucking work on the weekends, but they they wheel and deal with the fucking planners and shit there and their driver leaders to keep their empty trailers attached to them so that they can go home and go do whatever the fuck they want to for the weekend and come back and still got their trailer and don't have to be running around like people like me and the other 5 of us that were running around looking for trailers. Now, the terminals have tons of empty trailers right now. I found out why. Swift has a massive contract and gets paid a lot of money from Walmart during this time of year for what's called the Black Friday Blitz. The Black Friday Blitz requires tons of trailers because they're going to be the normal Walmart loads that we have. This shit's about to get tripled and quadrupled for Black Friday. So even though they have tons and tons and tons of empty trailers staged, they're only for Walmart. I winded up getting one of those Walmart trailers because it got to the point where they had to give me, even if they took the load off of me and gave it to someone else, the problem still existed. They didn't have a trailer. So I had to take one of the Walmart trailers. I was in, out, got here, got my load. I didn't lose my 1,000 miles, and that's wonderful news. But I've seen people buy their own seals. You can buy seals anywhere at the fucking truck stops. Even this mom and pop one has seals. You can buy the metal ones, the little stump ones, regular ones. You can buy seals. So what people, I've seen it happen. I'm not going to call you out. Some of you are subscribers to my channel, so it's fine. It's whatever. Do you do you. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying, you think about this shit, because what goes around comes around. You're going to be out looking for a fucking trailer one day, and you're going to remember this video. I have seen people with empty trailers pull in, park in the loaded section, put their own seal on the fucking trailer, and put the reinforcer lock on there, and pretend that that shit's loaded so that they don't have to unask their empty trailer. So it's smart, it's clever. I've seen people red tag their trailers, make it sound like there's some shit wrong with it. But I've also seen the other end of it where people know what the deal is and they go and pull that tag, and they've gone in the office while I was there and asked, can you look up this trailer number and see if this is legit? And it wasn't. Somebody had just tagged it because they were going to come back for it. So empty trailers, man. I mean, not having an empty trailer is a big problem because you can't make no money bobtail. You know, granted, I'm going to get paid for the 111 fucking deadhead miles. That's how many miles I deadheaded yesterday looking for fucking trailers. I'll get paid for it. But I almost lost a 1,000-mile load because of a bunch of people sitting at the house in California attached to these fucking empty trailers because they got friends in the office. That part I think is bullshit. So just throwing that out there. If you work for Swift, try to hold on to your trailer. This was out of my control. I was out of time and I just wasn't going to make it. I was not going to make it. It wasn't going to happen. I didn't have the time to do it. So I had to T-call the load, lost my trailer, and had to fucking go through this nightmare to find another one. So would it be a nice thing if drivers did what the fuck they were supposed to? Sure. It would also be great to have fucking world peace. I don't think either one of them is going to happen anytime soon. So we just got to do what we got to do to keep our trailers. So that has been the skinny this week. It's only been 7 days, but I feel like it's been a fucking eternity. This last week has just been fucking epically long. I needed this break, and I'm not in a hurry to get where I'm going. It's snowing where I'm going. And it's snowing even more so in Washington. It snowed here in Northern California. So this load doesn't have to be dropped off until Wednesday morning at 6 o'clock. So I'm not in any big hurry. I could do this load in a day and a half, but please believe I'm about to take my time, check out some scenery. In the snow areas, I plan on only driving during the day so that I could fucking see. I mean, and it's not like blizzard snow. Now in Washington, in northern parts of Washington, they're expected to get like feet of snow. But you know, it's not bad. It's just a little snowstorm coming through. So it is what it is. We make the best of it, drive safe, and you know, I know how to do my chains. I know how to do all that stuff. It's not that kind of snow. I already know, but I'm prepared for it if and when it happens and I happen to be in that kind of area. So I'm gonna make a chicken. I got some chicken marinating, making some Southwest chicken tacos tonight for me, myself, and I. Catching up on some TV shows. Just finished my laundry, cleaned my truck, did my, normal stuff that I do on my 34 reset. And just watching out for creepers. I'm out here in the desert. And there's some interesting cats out here. But I heard the pilot up the way. There's a pilot about 8 miles from me on the actual highway. It's got the most crappiest reviews, and I'm just not interested in that nonsense. The mom and pop places, I'm safe, as safe as I would be anywhere else. But they tend to their shit, and it's a lot cleaner. It doesn't smell like piss outside. You just got to deal with a couple of weirdos, and I'm okay with that. So, that's the update. I'm going to try and situate a time where I can do maybe like Honey Badger does, where she just does snippets of videos and then runs it all together. I might try that out. And then knowing me, I'll probably forget what order the fucking videos go in. So we'll see what happens. But I do want to show y'all, how I run the way I run, what I do, what my routine is, just so you can get a feel, especially if you're a female. A lot of guys gave me shit. Oh, if it takes you more than 28 minutes to get ready in the morning, then you need to find another job. Well, go fuck yourself, first of all. And, you don't have to be a dirty motherfucker in this industry. Like, actually, there's absolutely no fucking excuse. Your truck should never be fucking dirty. My truck is fucking clean, yo. When the people get in here to do stuff, they're like, man, your fucking truck is clean. Like, I don't have shit on the floor. My crackers are there so I could reach them. I got my protein bars, my tea, my nuts with cranberries and sunflower seeds, and my water. Like, this is how I prepare my shit every day. The only thing that's missing is normally I have some bananas and shit there. Nasal spray because it's allergy season. Always got to have pins. Like, this is how I eat when I'm on the go. If I need something really quick, my cooler is here. But I have my microwave, my shit is put together. My water stays under there. There's no, nothing hanging down from anywhere. My truck is fucking clean. Everything is dusted. There's absolutely no reason that your ass should be dirty. Your feet should be dirty. Your tits shouldn't have fucking, sweat and gunk. You shouldn't have dick cheese. Like, there's no reason for any of this shit when you stay at a fucking truck stop every night. Now, when I have to stay at rest stops, I'm not saying that, I don't, as a female, you need to be clean. I don't even have periods anymore, and I still go to the restroom and take care of business. Take a shower. If I'm not where there's a shower, I got wipes, I got cleansing stuff. You take care of your business. So if to you, motherfucker, leaving the comment, if you're not taking 28 minutes to get ready in the morning, you probably a nasty motherfucker. How about that? Just saying. Now, have there been times where I've rolled out of the bunk and just got in the driver's seat and took off and took care of the stuff whenever I got to where I needed to drop? Yes. But I still took care of my business. Don't leave me no dirty ass comments on there, because you just put yourself on blast. Because does it take 28 minutes every day? I don't even know where he got 28 minutes from, but I don't know. I don't be remembering some of the stuff I say sometimes. I don't think that I ever said 28 minutes, but whatever. When I get up in the morning, yes, I like to eat breakfast. So I get up early enough so I have time to do this shit. And that's what I was complaining about in that video. Was at that one particular incident, I thought we were going to have 10 hours off, and he had a different change of plans and said after 2 hours, hey, get up, we got to go in 12 minutes. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. My brain isn't even awake. I'm pretty sure I need to shit, shower, and shave. At least go to the bathroom, brush my teeth. It didn't work out that way. So yeah, I was pissed off about it. But now that I'm on my own, I can do those things because I make my own fucking schedule. It just didn't work at that time. And this guy's coming, 6 months later talking about, Oh, if it takes you more than 28 minutes, fuck you. Okay. And that's what I got to say about that. Take care of your business. Keep your shit clean. Keep your truck clean. Your truck is a reflection of you and your home living. Like, if you treat this like trash, and it's only a little square, if you can't keep this clean, what the fuck makes me believe that you're going to keep your house clean? Like, you're clean. There's just no fucking excuse for it. And I have seen some dirty people getting off of trucks where they open the door and the trash is falling out. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make sense. We live at the truck stops. Just saying. They have facilities. Utilize them. Even if it's a bird bath, take that motherfucker. Take care of your business. Handle your business. All right. I love you all. I love you guys and gals. Peace out. Y'all have an amazing, amazing rest of your weekend. Enjoy this fucking awesome weather if you're here in California. The fucking weather is great. It's been fucking raining for the past 3 days. So this is a nice change of pace. Like I said, I gotta go cook my chicken. It's been marinating for 2 days now. It's good and ready to go. So I'm gonna make some chicken, get some rest, FaceTime my kids, live my best life, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace out.